Alright guys, I have one more that I'd like to do that I have time for today, so I'm just going to continue with chapter 5, titled Adrenaline Junkie. Come on, Malice, give me at least 5 more. Dude, I've already done close to 300 push-ups, I panted. Drifton felt no sympathy for me as the bottom of his sneaker pressed into my back. If your chest touches my floor, I will make you do planks until you pass out. Aye aye, you fucking drill sergeant. I groaned, trying to keep from falling onto my face completely. My arms felt flimsy as I leaned forward, struggling to give Drifton that final unnecessary push-up. He obnoxiously counted in my ear, pissing me off, and whatever reverse psychology he was trying to conquer actually worked. I pushed 5 times out of anger and hopped up as if my weakness had evaporated. Good job! Now come back upstairs to calm your heart rate. The sudden urge to regurgitate had me down on my hands and knees. Feeling faint, I started throwing up water all over the floor. Damn it, man. Are you alright? I felt Drifton's arms bring me to my feet, guiding me towards the stairs. He motioned for me to go ahead while he cleaned up the mess. I crept up the steps, feeling my muscles tense up along the way. Once the couch came into view, I hurried over, falling on top of it. Drifton soon came around the corner, tossing me a water bottle. He then set a box down onto the coffee table, taking a sip of water before opening it. I furrowed my brows, wondering what was inside. And when he opened it, cocaine paraphernalia popped up. Huh! How do you not throw up? You could be a CrossFit champ. I've been doing this for quite some time, Malice. What is all of that shit? Well, what you see before you is a boost that I need to go hard every day. I don't fuck around with steroids, but a little line here and there helps. And it controls my hunger, and the drainage causes my mouth to continuously salivate. Here, I'll cut you a line so you can experience it for yourself. I had some that night at Javan's, and it fucked me up. Besides, I thought you said calm my heart rate. It's your choice to go through with it or not. Just as I finished snorting the white powder, Sky walked into the room. I tilted my head back, squeezing my eyes shut from the burning. Sky plopped down next to me in surprise. Damn, babe. Starting early? I opened one eye, looking over at her with a smile. I was just trying to wake up your weak sauce of a man over here, Drifton joked. He's anything but weak. Sky rubbed her hand up and down my bicep. Tonight's going to be your first drop, Drifton went on. I pulled up my jeans, fastening my belt while glancing at my appearance in the stand-up mirror. Sky appeared behind me, giving a devilish grin. She reached her arms beneath the underside of mine, running her freshly polished nails down my pecs. I overlapped her hands, with mine pressing them firmly into me as I flexed beneath her touch. Sky released a giggle, landing a kiss on my back before allowing me to pull my v-neck over my head. Feeling the fibers clutch snugly to my body sparked a flame of masculinity as my eyes flickered towards Sky's salacious expression. You're so damn handsome, Sky gushed. I turned to see her standing in the black summer dress that complemented every curve of her figure. No, you're the one who stands absolutely breathtaking. She blushed at the cheeks as I approached her, pulling her tightly into me. My recently trimmed up face tickled the side of her neck as she pushed back with another giggle. Come on, princess, we've got work to do. Sky moved the dampened strands of bangs that were swept over my right brow to view both my eyes. I love you, she smiled, bouncing her index finger off of my cheek. We jumped into our car, following Drifton to a high-class winery off the coastline of the Dora Peninsula. We were meeting a client that drove in from Michigan. Drift warned that this guy was a true Venezuelan mobster who would send a .22 caliber bullet through your head if his skill claimed to weigh erroneously. What a test for our very first run. Germani liked to get to know his seller to be certain that his order was legitimate. Drift told us that some guy he once bought from stiffed him on a false make of cocaine, so he hung the seller in a tree in his backyard and completely destroyed the center of his body with a shotgun. And then after leaving him there for a few days until his corpse ripened, did he then decide to cut the guy loose, letting his dogs just feast away. I'm going to wait outside. Keep that earpiece in so you can hear me. I may have to assist you in proper coaxing techniques so he remains unthreatened. The jerk of nervousness sent a shiver up my spine as I tucked the wireless ear monitor, securing it in. Babe, We've got this. I'm right there with you. Sky slid her dress up just before her hip, bearing a sheath and a dagger built into a lace garter. I stroked my chin, letting the tiny hairs tickle the pads of my fingertips. Taking a deep breath, I stepped out of the car, putting my pistol on fire mode before resting it inside my back holster hidden beneath my shirt. I took Sky by the hand, walking up towards the entryway of the winery. A black Cadillac with a legal window tint was parked alongside of the building. As we neared, a man in a full black suit, wearing sunglasses, stepped out to greet us. His dark hair and olive skin accented that of his attire. Without proper greeting, Germani gestured towards the door of the winery, following close behind. Trying to remain unpretentious, we grabbed a wooden high-top table, patiently waiting. Germani casually placed his hand on the small of my back, rubbing up against my gun holster. He leaned so closely into my ear that I could smell his cologne. "Let's not make this difficult," he smirked. I swallowed hard as he sat directly across from me. I smoothly ran my hand up Sky's dress, signaling for her to take hold of her dagger. I could put my own assumption to rest that the two of you already know exactly who I am. I don't give a fuck what kind of act you and your lover are trying to pose. All I care about is my purchase. "Why else would we be here?" I glared. He raised an eyebrow to my dominant remark. I kept my jaw tight with an unwavering stare, searching his eyes for emotion. "Glad we're on the same page. Order 2 kilos of cocaine and a pound of marijuana. I know who your producer is, and if the little fuck comes up short..." He paused. I suddenly felt the barrel of a gun pressed against my knee, causing my sweat glands to react as water beaded up on my temple. Sky's chest was heaving with fear in my peripheral. "Sir, I can assure you that your amount ordered is valid. So in return, if you fail, I take both of your lives. And if you were not forewarned, I cure slowly to my satisfaction. Please, not hers. I will suffice any future repercussions if I fail to obtain my integrity." His gaze softened to my loyalty and humbleness. "You'd give your own life over a horrific mistake, such as a bad drug deal? How courageous of you." I lowered my eyes, coming to the realization of what kind of lifestyle I just took on. This shit wasn't a walk in the park on the 5th of June. It was a fucking war zone dammed by a constant hailstorm. If you went in unprotected, you were destined to hold hands with death itself as it dissolved your suffering soul. I watched his every movement like a hawk as he motioned for the server to get our table a bottle of wine. Swear, guys, I'm not drunk. "I would do whatever was necessary," I snarled. "Duly noted. Any specific wine the both of you prefer?" I didn't want to tell this man that Sky and I were both underage, so I kept a poker face, silently shaking my head. "It'll just be a bottle of my usual, then," he replied to the server. I heard Drifton tell me that we were doing beyond excellent in not upsetting our client. I kept my conversation brief while sipping on my antagonizing glass of the bitter Domaine de la Rosnay. Germani only finished one glass before escorting us back outside towards his Cadillac. A rather large gentleman, further in age, stepped out of the driver's side, opening the back door for us. I turned my head in Drift's direction, making sure that this was all in plan. Once he gave me the okay, I climbed in, following Sky. Germani pulled out a stack of money that was crisp and banded together to perfection. "Here's your payment. I will have my driver pull up alongside of your vehicle, and you will slowly get out and casually hand me my order before I lay cash into that itchy palm of yours. Understood?" "Yes, Mr. Bishop, I understand." "Please, call me Germani," he insisted. The car slid next to mine, idling in park. I hopped out, popping my trunk to pull out a black briefcase. Before turning back towards Germani's car, I ushered Sky safely into the Chevelle, first and foremost. Germani's window rolled down with a gun barrel rested on the doorframe. "Bring it here." I took in an acute breath, sliding the sleek briefcase through his window, praying to God I wouldn't get shot and left for dead. I stood by, patiently waiting in an unnerving silence. Falling under his satisfaction after scrutiny, he then handed me the stack of cash, preparing to drive away. "It has been a pleasure," he said, rolling up his window. I puffed out with relief, falling against Sky's side of the car, trying to collect myself after having fear drilled into me. The bump of her door startled me while I watched Drift exit in his car to greet me. Holding out his payment, I was stuck in place, still trying to slow my heart rate. You did a superb job. I appreciate your valuable perspective, but you didn't tell me we'd be on the verge of getting murdered. How else did you think this worked, Mally? Selling illegal substances is dangerous, especially when you're dealing with wealthy customers. I promised you both protection and free range of survival necessities. Everything you gain will indeed come with a price. You need to fully understand what it is that you're getting you and your companion into. Sky, we don't have to continue if you're not comfortable. I lowered my voice. She placed her hand on top of mine, giving it a tight squeeze. I don't care where we are and what it is that we may be doing. As long as I'm with you, that's all the reassurance I need. I felt my heart smile hearing her warm words, embracing each syllable, letting them soothe my conscience. Well, if we're all now on the same page, Malice, you're going to need something with speed for the majority of your travels. And what did you have in mind? Griffin just gave an uncharacterized grin, walking back to his car. I watched him take several steps before getting into the driver's seat to follow. Once we arrived back at his home, he motioned for us to follow him down to his garage. In front of his parked vehicles lied another door that looked to be the entrance of his shed. Pulling the door open, Drifton yanked back the cover to a black and silver street bike. I felt my face form a pleased smile as I yearned to straddle the beast. This here is my Honda CBR 600. She's built with a carbon fiber body and a Yoshimura exhaust, stocked with a power commander and a racing cannon air filter stretched out on a 12-inch swing arm. I felt drool creeping at the corners of my mouth as he walked out, allowing me to inspect it. Sky's eyes were just as wide as mine when he placed it in front of us. Have you ever driven one? Have I? Just a Harley that I once owned. Well, brother, you're about to encounter a whole new type of motorcycle. You'll be getting your own, so I can take you out on the track and show you what speed really feels like. I stood in momentarily retrospect, thinking about the roads back in Jersey, and how I missed the pier and riding along the coast, owning the asphalt my tires engaged rotary upon. Where are we going to get this two-wheel beauty? There's a shop in downtown Madison we'll go to. I'm good friends with the owner. Of course he did. This bastard had so many connections it was beyond belief. And pulling up to the Yamaha shop, I was in awe while scanning over the different recreational vehicles that sat in the windows. A sign claimed that they had over 100 bikes on site. I went down the aisle of street bikes, checking them from headlights to tailpipes, deciding on which bike suited my style and comfort. I stopped at the Yamaha 750R that was painted in black and red. It was sleek and narrow, with the handlebars set in a front-leaning position. Sky, jump on the back for a sec. I've never rode anything other than my father's Harley, but I'm quite sure this thing is much faster, she laughed nervously. The rein of the bike lowered with her weight as she sat down behind me. Bringing her arms around my abdomen, I felt her rest her head against my back. While I was getting a feel for this sit, squeezing the handlebars, a short Asian guy approached us. While Drifton was bent down looking at the tires, he soon jumped up to a familiar acquaintance. Soku! How are you? Drifton pulled the man into his embrace. I'm great. Your friend looking to buy? Yeah. How much is the one he's straddling? The shock of $12,000 had my jaw nearly depart from my face. I don't even have half of that. Of course you do. The job you finished was just under that. Your half will pay for, and I'll make up the difference. Holy shit, I can't let you do that. You can, and you will. It's for work, therefore you need it. Well, this is exciting, Sky added. I admired Drift's pragmatic perspective on things, seeing as how he is very eccentric in the field that I've been recently introduced to. I wasn't sure if there was a catch to any of his consideration of generosity, but I've always been told what begins in chaos surely ends just the same. Well, ain't that the truth? So that is the end of chapter 6, and that'll be all that I'm doing for today. That'll be the wrap-up. So you guys will just have to stay tuned for chapter 6 and so on. So just hit me up, Facebook, or once again, subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. Would like any type of feedback. Haven't really gotten much so far. I've just seen views. Haven't really heard any commentary. So please just hit me with whatever. I don't care. Just say what you gotta say. Don't piss me off. I'm just kidding. But for real, just give me your honest opinion. I am totally down to hear and actually looking forward to it. So once again, you guys enjoy your lovely Sunday, and for the rest of you who is on break and whatnot, be safe in your travels for the Thanksgiving vacation, and I'll be back when I'm back. Thanks.